I'm back again, this time with the sluice build. I've pulled apart the toolbox, or I've pulled the sides out and really opened it up so you guys can see what I'm working with. And as you can see, it is pretty bent. Now, I did think there was welds along this back ridge here and I could just snap the welds off and have a nice piece, but turns out this whole piece is one piece apart from the lid. So that means I got a bit more cutting and a bit more straightening to do, but I'll get it done. The this big rise here, this big kink, what I think I'm going to do to flatten that out, because I've been standing on it and it's really, like, it's got quite a bit of spring in it. It is 2mm thick aluminium checker plate, so it's going to take a little bit more to straighten it than I thought. So what I might do is I'll get my car, I'll cut this down here off. So cut it off flush down in here, right on that bend, and cut it off. Get some light, hang on. Some light here, and I'm going to cut it off down here, down this one as well. So I'm going to just be left with this huge kink. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drive my car, use the wheel of my car, drive that right along the top of that ridge there, all the way up, and just push it out nice and flat. Well, that's the plan anyway. I hope it works, but it might not. Might kink it more, but no, we'll find a way. I'll straighten her out and soon it'll be a sluice. So guys, we got the lid off, sitting over there now. Bit of a pain to cut through there. The vibrations were just that intense coming off the saber saw. We had a few minor problems. Brand new blade, and she's pretty wonky at the moment. That was bent on a 90-degree angle before I straightened it. Like it was hot enough to straighten it. I'm glad it didn't snap. I need that tonight. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to have to go and buy some aluminium cutting discs for my grinder and do the majority of it with a grinder. A lot less vibrations and a lot easier to cut. A lot easier to aim too. That thing just... whew. But at the moment, pretty good. I've almost got our base. So all I need to do is cut on that bottom ridge there and get that nice and square. Might we're going to cut this bottom ridge off too, but I might have to do that with the might have to do that with the grinder, I think, because yeah, it's been pretty painful with the saber saw. I'll probably make a flare for the end of the sluice box out of these two sides, or even out of the top thing, or if I cut this off I might make it out of, when I cut that off I could even make it out of the bottom of that, but we'll see. So guys, I've just been thinking about it a little bit. I am going to make the flare out of them two sides. What I'm going to do with this bottom piece is I'm going to make a nice little cleanup sluice with it, because I don't have one yet, and I figure I can bend that up nice and narrow and put some V-matting or something in it and make a nice little cleanup sluice. A little more progress, guys. Haven't made any more cuts or anything. I just been trying to flatten out the piece of alloy, or the toolbox. So far I've got it like that. It's fairly flat. Pretty happy with the way it's coming along. I am going to need to bring my car up here though, or something heavy enough to roll along these two ridges, because they just won't go down no matter how much I drop on them. I'll probably never get them completely flat, so I might have to cut it off on the side. I realise though that this piece in the middle here that I want to use for the sluice, I don't know whether I'm going to get it straight enough. Like, there's just that many dents in it, I suppose. Anyway, we can only try. Can't afford a new sheet of aluminium, so I thought I'll make do with what I have. At the moment though, it's pretty good. Like, I'm pretty happy with how flat it's become. I'll probably use my car or something and just reverse over it until I flatten it right out and get rid of most of the kinks. Even if it's got a few little kinks, it doesn't bother me too much. As long as it doesn't affect the matting, I'm happy. I don't want to rise in the mat, that's for sure. But see how it goes. So far it's coming along pretty well, I'm happy with it. But yeah. So guys, I'm done for the night. I'll see you in the next video when I get the grinder discs, the aluminium grinder discs, and yeah, we'll start cutting it up and rolling it flat and really seeing how it progresses.